Cool, it's Mike from the Mike James Rock Show. Mr. Dani Filth is joining us. How's it going, man?
It's good. It's going very well, actually, yeah.
Cool. You're headlining tonight, Hammerfest, however they want to call it nowadays. So that's got to be an honour to be able to come in and be asked to headline a festival like this.
Yeah, well, we just got back, like I say, from a 6-week tour of the States. Literally just landed. Came in yesterday morning, and so we're all a bit... But we've got our bus here, so that's right. We're going on doing 3 more shows, and then we're done for a few weeks.
Okay.
But yeah, it's great.
So I've been following you on social media and whatnot through your tour in the States. You were out with Butcher Babies and
They have never Scaris, yeah.
I would not have put those guys with your band either on tour, but it seems to be the thing at the moment is to have 2 very different styles of genres on the tour package together.
Well, no, it's always been like that in the States. Moonspell and Typo support us once, CKY and Grass support us once, 3 Inches of Blood and 69 Eyes.
Okay.
So it's always been a bit eclectic. The Americans, I think because the gigs are further apart, people travel like 5-6 hours, which is like length of breadth of Britain.
Yeah.
People here moan if it's in the next town. So I think they're happy with whatever they get, and I think there's just a little bit more of that crossover. In Europe, I think we're sport for choice because of the logistics, because things are closer, because there's more gigs because of it.
Yeah.
So I tend to prefer those shows as well, rather than 3 bands all sound the same. I'm much more for.
It also seems a great way of being to get your sound out to fans that might not necessarily have heard of Cradle, or vice versa. Cradle fans not knowing of Butcher Babies or other bands that have supported you. It seems another avenue of taking the band out to wider audiences. Is this something you found? Because your career's been going for 30 years almost now. It's like, it must have changed quite a bit in that time.
Well, we've had a lot of people on our site saying, "Oh, I saw Butcher Babies for you," and thought they were just going to be dancing breasts, and that they were really good, full of energy. Check their album out, which is a good sign. And I dare say, probably the same the other way around. We also got to do the 70,000 tons of metal, which was amazing.
Yeah, we've spoken to a few bands today that said they've done that. Out on a
Teresa's, they did it.
How does that come about, though? I wouldn't have ever thought of putting a festival on a boat and then sailing around the Caribbean.
Well, it's the 4th biggest cruise liner in the world, and it's literally the same size as Ipswich. It's massive.
Wow.
And you've got 4,000 people on there.
Or just punters, or does that include bands and
that includes
staff?
Bands and stuff. There's 3,000 punters, 3,000 tickets.
That's an arena tour size almost. If it's just one stage.
No. There's about 4 stages.
Okay.
One's a massive theatre. One's on the roof. No. They're massive.
Wow.
There's an ice rink, and then there's a smaller one. The small one's probably about this size.
Wow, we've got three tennis courts in this room.
But it's a massive boat, believe you me. It's got a shopping mall in it. But you get to you're around with the punters, and obviously before that you're a little bit concerned. You've been on tour.
Yeah.
You want to get all your stuff off, but you've got a room to yourself, which is a really nice hotel room overlooking the sea. Basically, they just give you money on a card, all the food's free, and just let you go.
I don't think it would work if it came from the UK, though. Imagine turning up to Portsmouth on a rainy day and travelling down to the Algarve on a boat.
Well, that's right. I don't know. That'd be pretty fun, actually.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it was really hot, and then it got a little choppy on the last day. They had to cancel a lot of the people that were playing on the upper deck, or move them down. So.
Of course, very weather oriented.
Yeah.
The album seems to be doing phenomenally well at the moment. It came out towards the end of last year. It seems to have really given you guys a resurgence. There seems to be a lot more people talking about you guys, and just walking down where we are, like quite rural in the West Country, people have got their Cradle t-shirts back out again. Have you found this resurgence since the new album?
Well, I think so. I think the album itself is a resurgence in musical style for us, musical output, because 2 new guitarists, and as a band with thicker sleeves. I mean, for example, we all got our symbols tattooed in Vegas.
Cool.
We're very close. Not like that, disgusting. We have a lot of fun together. We do a lot of sightseeing, and because of that, everything's very hands-on. We're all going over to the Czech Republic, where Ashok, one of the guitarists, and Martin, the drummer, lives. to condense our ideas for the next record soon.
Oh right, so you're already planning new stuff already then?
Yeah, I mean, we won't be recording it until the back end of this year, so it won't see light of day till probably next March or whatever, but the Devilment album's being done, even as we speak.
The last Devilment album was awesome, man.
This one's going to be way better. That's if them changing the songs right away. But we're thick as thieves. We've got a great band together, all very talented, all very nice people, and they grew up on the band as well. So, as well as moving forward, we also got casting an eye back at the things that made the band what it was.
Well, we touched on it just now. You have been around for so long. You've got this longevity. No, I mean that, especially in this day and age. If you can survive 10 years within this industry, then you're doing something right. You've been doing it, 25, 30 years now? You must be doing something right to still be able to command that you can go out and headline festivals like this one and play festivals all around the world. That longevity and the dedication to your fans and the fans back to you as well. It's a two-way thing, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've always taken a bit of slack for being too popular in our genre or doing this or doing that, TV shows and that. But at the end of it all, at the heart and the crux of the matter is that we love metal, we love what we do, and we have a lot of respect for our fans. I think that's outgrown all the bullshit that's ever been clamped onto the band.
We interview bands every week, and there's a certain number of bands that cite you guys as influences as well now. So you've influenced in the new wave of bands to come through. Who was it that influenced you into the style? A lot of people call you guys pioneers of your sound, but you must have been someone that
we were massive fans. I mean, we sort of cherry picked when we started from a lot of different, big horror movie buffs.
Yeah.
But at the time, we were very influenced by our friends in Anathema and Paradise Lost, King Diamond, Vessel of Fate, obviously. But we had friends and bands that we loved as well, Emperor and Dissection, Impaled Nazarene, Immortal, and they were massive. Even now, it's strange because the people in the band now, even though they're sort of about 10 years younger than me, are into the same, even older music, because they, for example, our bass player Daniel grew up on the Orkney Islands, so he only really did discover bands like Voivod, Celtic Frost, about 10 years ago. So he literally missed out a whole generation, Fortunately, skipped out on new metal and stuff like that. And I think he's walking around in a Rage t-shirt or something today.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's. I grew up on thrash metal as well.
Yeah.
The really dark stuff, the stuff from Germany like Creator and Death Row, Violent Force, SDI, Sodom, Tankard, Minotaur, and then the Bay Area, Possessed, Exodus, Annihilator. I know they're not from the Canadian.
Yeah, it's kind of influences from everywhere. If a new band was to come up to you and say, "What advice would you give us to further our career now?" We've got a certain amount of social media presence and all that kind of stuff. They got their EP, they got their video, they just want to take it to the next stage or something. What would you advise them to do?
It's hard. I don't know. I've got no answer for that. I mean, if I was going to do a demo now, I'd do a video. I'd invest money in a video, something that was very visual.
Okay.
I'd probably go that route, but I don't know, it's very hard. The music scene's very fickle, and people think there's shortcuts, and there definitely isn't shortcuts anywhere. I think, online presence helps. But then, at the same time, not being online helps, if that makes any sense. I think the beauty of the second wave of black metal, when it started, was because it was all underground and it was word of mouth and tape trading. I think a lot of bands got very famous because of the mystery behind it, and that would imply that they didn't actually do very much. You get one black and white photo and people would hear the record and they wouldn't actually know who those people were. So, too much of a good thing can be a bad thing as well.
It swings and roundabouts, really.
Isn't it? Yeah. Cool.
It's been an absolute pleasure catching up with you. Thanks very much for taking some time out, man. It's been awesome, and hope the gig goes well tonight and the rest of the year.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.